What's going on, everyone? Gilman with the Wellthy Stocks back with another video on BABA, ticker symbol BABA. We'll take a look at how Alibaba's traded recently, some news that came up that pushed it up today, and what that means for the stock moving into the future. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on BABA are, and I'd love to chat with you. So let me hit record and we will get right into the video. So first things first, I want to cover a couple things that kind of came out. The first one being Jack Ma is no longer missing. He's kind of just staying low. So that's good news as he and the Chinese government kind of go back and forth on what is going on there. So good news, Jack Ma is not missing as we had sort of anticipated, right? The news came out a couple days ago that he had not been publicly seen. Well, it turns out he's actually laying low and, you know, is still hopefully fine. And the other thing that came out is this right here. The New York Stock Exchange said that it won't delist 3 Chinese telecom names, which was these CHL, China Telecom Corp, CHA, and China Unicom, CHU. As you can see, all 3 of those were up 9, 8, and 8, almost 9%, and almost 12% there. But this also caused a rally in various other Chinese companies, which includes BABA, which is up 5.5%, PDD, Pinduoduo, which is up 12%, Billy, which is up 8.15%, and JD.com, which is up almost or more than 10% actually, right? So all these names that we see here are all up pretty nicely today, partly due to those 3 names not getting delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, right? So for BABA, that was great news because, you know, both of those kind of combined really helped push the stock up almost 5% today. Now it is down a little bit after hours, but you know, that's normal after the day it sort of had. So let's take a look at what we've kind of identified in terms of support and resistance, and we'll kind of see what that means for the stock moving forward, right? So we've identified a couple levels of support and a couple levels of resistance to move forward. Now, first things first, what I really want to show you guys is if we zoom into this 240 level, I'll draw it a little bit higher because that's where it struggled today, is it really struggled to break this mid 240s, right? Every time it hit up against it, we couldn't quite break it. Ended the day at 240.40 as well, and is now pushing down. But if we go back here, right, even last week it was struggling to kind of break 240 once we saw this red candle. So that's the first level that I'm watching to see if it can break, right? So after hours it's at 236.86. If first level I'm watching is to see if it can break above 240 kind of 50s and hold above that level, right? Not just sell off below it. And if it can, I'm watching for a push up to the 250s, 252, as we've identified that as a level of support. Moving into the future, we saw this act as a support, act as a support a couple times, right? So now when we're pushing up against it, we can expect it to be a little bit of a resistance, and then when we're above it, hopefully a support level again. So those are what I'm watching in the future. This 240 level, right? 240 50s level. If we can get above it and hold it, then I want to see a push towards 252. What I really like about BABA is this option bet that someone had. It was a $2 million bet implying a 33% upside. So as we see here, someone placed a huge bet that Alibaba is going to be back above $300 by this time next year. So at 10 a.m., someone bought 1,000 calls with a 300 strike for Jan 2022. Someone bought a 235 strike with Jan 2023 and paid $20, which was a $2 million bet. Then someone else came in with $1.6 million. Then someone came in with 1.66 million, right? So that's about $5+ million that people are betting for the price of Alibaba going up. Now, that doesn't necessarily, these two so actually let me rephrase that. This one is a call option someone bought worth $2 million. Here is someone selling a put, which is a 1.62 million, and then someone else is buying a 215 strike put. So someone's betting $2 million that it goes up. Someone sold a $1.6 million position with a put, and then someone else bought a $1.66 million put. Now, This doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, the person selling the put means they think it's going to go up, or the person buying the put means it's going to go down, or the person buying the call means they think it's going to go up. A lot of these big companies will use options the way they were traditionally meant to be used, as a hedge, right? So let's say you own a ton of Alibaba shares, you could be buying some puts, right? Like June 18th, you could be buying a 215 put. In case it falls below that level, you can still sell your shares at $215. Something to keep in mind, right? But I wanted to share that with you since I did receive that alert earlier today. Now, if we see a little bit of a pullback, which can be expected after a 5.5% day, first level I'm watching is a 230.50s level, right? And then the next level that I'm watching, if that can hold, is this 226.27 level, and then the 220 level. Those are the kind of three levels that I'm watching on the downside if we see a little bit of a pullback or a sell-off. Now, what we see is we are finally above the 8 EMA at 237. We're down after hours, which puts us below that again. But I want to see it kind of recapture that 8 EMA in the 237s and hopefully hold that 8 EMA and use that as a level of support. So on the upside, I want to see it capture that mid 240 50s level, push up towards 250. I am still long-term bullish on Alibaba. I think that it will have some ups and downs, but it will go back up over time, assuming, you know, nothing weird happens with Jack Ma and the Chinese government again. And on the downside, you know, 240 to 250. On the downside, if we see a little bit of a pullback, I'm watching that 8 EMA if we are above that tomorrow. If not, then the 230s level, then 226, then 220. So, you know, we'll see how Alibaba does. I'll keep you guys posted. Let me know what you guys think of Alibaba moving forward. Let's, you know, see what happens with Jack Ma and the Chinese government. They're kind of going back and forth now. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you are new. Comment down below what your thoughts on Baba are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.